let's talk about open source. So what is open source? Open source code is code that people have written that they're literally giving away for free, or at a bare minimum, they let you see what the source code is, and they maybe have some sort of license that you can use their code as well, but you can still see the code. So a good example is with like backend code on a website. You cannot see what the developers have written, but if the code is on github.com and it can be stored in this thing called a repo, which is short for repository of code, then you can see what they're up to. You can see all the code. You can see if there's any sort of security vulnerabilities. You can see what they're doing with your data. Now, open source is incredibly, incredibly important. Most employers like seeing that you can actually use Git and GitHub. And because most open source code is available on GitHub, that's kind of important. But you'll also get bonus points for open source contributions, meaning you wrote some code that went into someone else's open source project. And that's just called a contribution. And that shows future employers that you're able to work with other people, that you're able to follow other people's rules, because maybe they have certain rules for their source code, and that you're able to use Git and GitHub. Lastly, open source is everywhere. So believe it or not, most interactions you've had on the internet are likely because of open source code. The internet's a free and open place where you can create and share pretty much anything with anybody. And web developers are the people who are often responsible for making that sharing possible.